You are definitely not ready for this, guys and girls. There is news that Ripple will win the SEC lawsuit very soon. Ripple's CEO has also confirmed the rumors. This is the best evidence of a bull market ever. Experts say that the XRP Ripple coin might go up to $4,813, and they even give the specific dates. Doesn't that seem interesting? Don't skip any parts of this video. Let's get right to the point without any further fuss. Disclaimer: the Ripple vs. SEC litigation, which is one of the most important and keenly watched legal battles in crypto history, is finally coming to an end. After 4 years of court battles, regulatory disputes, and a lot of news coverage, both Ripple Labs and the Securities and Exchange Commission have said they want to end the matter. But even if crypto Twitter is already celebrating, the truth is a little more complicated and maybe more important than most people know. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse recently said that the business would dismiss its cross-appeal in the litigation. This comes after the SEC withdrew its own appeal in March. A lot of people in the crypto world thought this was the end. Influencer Jungle Inc. wrote on X, "It's all over Red Rover." On March 19th, the SEC dropped its appeal. Ripple stopped trying to get the cross-appeal. The biggest legal battle in crypto history is over. Mark Fagel, a veteran SEC enforcement lawyer, soon jumped in to set the record straight. He pointed out that while intentions have been made known, the formal dismissal has not yet taken place. He wrote back, "That didn't happen." The SEC probably still needs to vote to withdraw the appeal, which they will definitely do, but nothing has been dropped yet. The case is still technically open in the eyes of the law, but everything points to it coming to a close soon. This last part of the case is the end of a story that started in December 2020 when the SEC said Ripple's issuance of XRP coin was an unregistered securities offering. In July 2023, Judge Annalisa Torres made a historic ruling that XRP was not a security in programmatic exchange sales. This was one of the most important legal wins for the crypto industry thus far. Still, Ripple's direct sales to institutions were found to have broken the legislation on securities. Even still, the ruling made it possible for XRP to be relisted on U.S. exchanges and sparked interest from institutions again. Thereafter, there was a long period of penalties. The SEC first asked for $2 billion in fines, but later lowered its request to $105 million. In early June 2025, Judge Torres turned down a joint settlement between Ripple and the SEC. Ripple's choice to discontinue its cross-appeal was considered by many as a strategic move, a statement that company is ready to move on and get back to business, leaving the SEC and the court to finish the last steps. What comes after the lawsuit is probably much more interesting than the lawsuit itself. A lot of people think that clearer rules around XRP could ultimately let it reach its full potential as a bridge currency in the global economy. A recent tweet from Captain Redbeard, a well-known figure in the XRP community, wonderfully described the mood. The gates are cracking, and XRP is the key. Clear rules, worldwide channels, and Wall Street's eyes on the prize. When this thing opens, money flows like never before. Are you in a good place or longing for a second chance? That question is not a joke. Banks, payment processors, and even central banks are looking into how to leverage blockchain-based assets to make cross-border transactions faster and cheaper. And that's exactly what XRP was made for. Another tweet, this time from Crypto Bliss, showed how big the chance might be. The tweet says that a new SEC document shows that XRP has a lot of potential. A plan from the U.S. Treasury says that XRP could free up $1.5 trillion in capital, save billions of dollars in fees, and help construct a Bitcoin reserve system. This is big news for the future of crypto. It doesn't matter if those numbers come true or not. The fact that XRP is being spoken about in such high-level policy talks is important. Ripple is not only a business that is fighting for its rights in court anymore. It plays a big role in making the future generation of financial infrastructure. All Things XRP said it best. The SEC and Ripple are both withdrawing their appeals. This lawsuit is finally going to end. The industry has already moved forward, even if it hasn't been officially yet. And after the last vote is cast, and the court gives its approval, XRP might not be a coin with legal problems anymore. It may be the link between the old and the new, full of liquidity, clarity, and new trust. And, of course, we can't do this without looking at what the best crypto specialists have to say about XRP next. If you think the end of the litigation is big, wait till you hear their price projections and what they think is coming. Some of these predictions sound crazy, but they might not be too far off. You aren't ready for this. So, Jack, the Rippler didn't hold back when he tweeted, "You will become an XRP millionaire this year." That's not simply a joke, it's a feeling that is quickly gaining ground. Crypto trader Steph stoked the flames by saying that this next XRP breakout will blow your mind. And Amonix, who echoed the advice that many experienced investors live by, said that altcoin season is coming. The most important thing is to be patient. It took more than a day to build Rome. Tweets may get you excited, but it's the data-backed predictions that truly make you think. Valhill Capital, a private equity firm, put out a valuation assessment that shocked even the most optimistic XRP holders. They think that XRP's fair value might be as high as $4,813 and maybe even as high as $9,000 using a complex methodology called the AFI and Mishnik model. Let that sink in. This model isn't just a guess that you wrote down on a napkin. It is based on economic theory and uses real-world facts, such as a daily transaction volume of $700 billion, settlement periods of 1 second, and a 5-year time frame that ends in 2030. What makes it even more fascinating is that it doesn't only value XRP for its usefulness and ability to move money. It appreciates its potential as a store of value, which was something that Bitcoin and gold used to do. This is how it works. As more individuals use XRP for payments across borders, its supply will go down. That lack of supply makes the price go up, which makes more people want to hold on to it. A cycle that might turn XRP into a digital currency that is deflationary, useful in the real world, and has a lot of potential for growth. The model's cautious estimates, which say that XRP will only take 10% of the global payments market, still lead to a price prediction of $4,813 per coin. And if the demand for store of value reaches $1 quadrillion, that number goes up to more than 9,000. Not likely? Could be. Not possible? Not really. People laughed at the concept that Bitcoin would reach $50,000 in the beginning. People didn't pay attention to Ethereum when it was worth less than $10. XRP now has the technology, support from institutions, legal certainty,